Hi everyone, Will from Runchat here. Just gonna do a quick demo of the Rhino plugin for Runchat and how we can use this for architectural visualization. So I've got the Runchat plugin running over here. You can install it from the Rhino package manager. It's free. And one of the things that the Runchat plugin does is it's going to let us import in screenshots from directly from our Rhino viewport and then use those with all of the different Gen AI models in Runchat for doing things like rendering these screenshots or anything else that we might like. So what I'm going to start off with as a demo is I'm just going to generate an image of, I don't know, a building by Glenn Markup. You could also grab a reference photograph from the internet. Doesn't really matter. I'm just going to generate one so that we're not having to jump in and out of Rhino here. It's going to give us a reference. And what I want to do is I'm going to try and render this image, this screenshot of my CAD model, using, this doesn't look anything like Glenn Markup, it doesn't matter, using this photograph here as the reference for the styles. The way that we're going to do that is we're just going to select both of these images and we're going to say, make the screenshot look like the photograph. And we'll give that a crack. So Runchat will go and wire up the nodes for us, which means that we maintain a relationship between all of these, I guess, aspects of our workflow. So if we want to go change this and swap it out for a different screenshot, we easily can, and we don't need to rebuild any other part of our workflow. Let's see how we went with that very first attempt. Cool, so what we've gone and done is we've taken the materiality of our reference image here, as well as some of the environment. It's picked up on this being kind of dirt and there being eucalyptus trees around, and it's gone and rendered our image to look quite a bit like that. Now, let's say that I want to make some changes to this. Like, I don't love the fact that this is so rocky here. We can just double click the image to open what's a pretty simple image editor. And I'm going to go and draw on the foreground here. And we're just going to say, I want to put some sort of bushes and trees in here. And that'll kind of do. And you know what? Let's add some text. And we're going to say, Australian scrub. Let's put some text there. We can move that text around if we want to. So we can basically annotate this image however we need to, and then just click out of it to save. So we can mark up our render. And this will upload our image back onto the cloud, and we can then keep using it in our workflow. I'm just on my mobile phone internet at the moment, so all of the uploading and everything is going really, really slowly. So we've done that markup. Again, we can just select this image and we can say, add scrub to the foreground where sketched. And what this prompt bar does down the bottom is it's going to try to guess the model that we want to use for a particular task. Sometimes it doesn't get it quite right, and we can just swap this out for a different model if we need to. I'm going to hit enter, and it'll go and run that for us. So we're using an image editing model here, and that's going to basically follow both text prompts, like add scrub to the foreground, as well as any visual prompts that we want to make. So let's say that I want to change the material on the roof. I don't like this all being concrete. So I'm just going to, again, we could paste an image in here. I'm going to create one. Instead of pasting it in, I'm going to make like a corrugated iron material swatch or something. Okay. So let's say that we've got a image that we want to use as our material. It could literally come from a product website or wherever it might be. Okay, there's our swatch. Now this time what I'm going to do is I'm going to take my image here and I'm just going to sketch over the roof like that. That'll do. That's going to indicate where I want to make my changes, where I want to apply this corrugated iron. And then we'll select both of these and we'll just say, make sure they're both selected, apply this material to the roof where indicated. Okay, so we get this nice workflow where we're able to import in a screenshot from Rhino, render it using reference images, mark it up and swap materials or add stuff to the foreground or make any changes we like just using sketches. And eventually we'll end up with like an image that we're happy with. The other thing that we can do in Runchat that's kind of nice is, all right, so that's gone and applied the corrugated iron to the roof there. Is quickly generate videos. So let's just make a panning video. And Runchat will go and pick a video model for us. The one that it's chosen actually is making an 8-second long panning video. I guess we'll just have to wait. It's going to take about a minute to generate. Okay, last thing to show is going to be the generating 3D model. So let's go and make an asset. And then to make it a 3D model, we're just going to say make this a 3D model. And I'm just going to jump back to our Rhino. There's our chair. And if we click this import GLB button, that's going to download the model. And we should just see that loaded straight into Rhino with the textures and everything. So that's a super fast way to generate assets for your renders. We can obviously go and edit these however we want as well. Like maybe we want to remove that, or maybe we want to change the material on the chair, or whatever we might want to do. That workflow also works. Looking forward to helping you try this out. Let's hope. Thanks.